Hello, this is Jeff from Abear Outdoors. It's January 3rd, no 4th today, and it's about -6 Celsius. I'm just going out doing a quick shed hunt for some moose antlers, see if we can find some moose antlers today. Got my dog with me, and I'm trying out, over Christmas, I bought some Under Armour gear, forest pattern gear. So I bought early season pants. I bought a mid-season wool jacket, and I got the Icon Storm hoodie. I got those three things on today, and I got some Sitka Core long underwear on, and I got a few more Under Armour things showing up. It was on sale. I had some gift cards to burn, and thought that this camel pattern would be a good camel pattern for elk hunting. We were noticing that some of our patterns were really quite noticeable in the timber, so I figured this would be an improvement. I'm also trying out Alpine touring skis for shed hunting. All my buddies that are into Alpine touring say that that's more efficient. You can go longer, harder, farther, sort of thing. They climb great. So a couple of my buddies they're into Alpine touring. They set me up with this set of skis. We got some Dinosaur bigs and some Silveretta 404 bindings. And I'm not going to use a Alpine touring boot. I'm going to use my Scarpa Mont Blancs. They're a mountaineering boot, so hopefully they're rigid enough, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll give you a little bit of update on how I like the gear. I like this wool jacket so far. It doesn't have a ton of stretch in it. Like they advertise that it's stretchy. It does have a little bit of stretch in it. But it feels awesome. So stand by. How's it going, everybody? Well, we're touring around, trying out these skis and see if we can find some moose sheds, checking out the new gear. So far, so good. The early season pants, which are very light and stretchy with a base layer underneath them, they're awesome. My legs aren't cold at all. There's no wind right now though. Jacket's great, and snow's not really sticking to it. You get a little snow on it, you just brush it off. The snow's getting deeper. The dog is, she's not shed hunting anymore. She's just basically walking in my back trail. Smarter than she looks. And she's not having too much fun. Found a bunch of moose beds and one fresh set of tracks, a bunch of old tracks, but nothing yet. We'll see. I'm not expecting to find one. Since the wolves moved in here a number of years ago, there hasn't been a whole lot of moose hanging out anymore. Just the odd one, but it's one of the only places I know that they drop here. The bulls all grouped together in this one spot, so we'll hopefully we'll come across something. Anyways, talk to you later. Okay, we're back at the truck. Ski touring skis for shed hunting. Not bad, not bad. It was a lot easier coming back on my back trail, but there were spots there where I wanted to shed hunt down a slope, and you got a real solid feeling of out of control, especially when you have deadfall and older and all the brush ahead of you, and so that wasn't fun. You get hung up, the tips get hung up underneath stuff, and then the deadfall, anything that's, you're gonna collide right into it. So now I'm gonna swap out, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a shorter run here on the snowshoes. So I got the Atlas 1235s. They're a pretty mean snowshoe. So I'm going to take a look and see if I have the same amount of flotation. They're obviously going to be requiring a lot more energy coming back, because you can't slide your foot like you can with the Alpine touring binding. You have to lift for every step. So yeah, we'll see. Gear's working good so far. The pants, nothing sticks to them. The snow doesn't stick to them. I tipped over a couple of times when my tips got caught under some stuff, and tipped over, and yeah, snow doesn't stick to the pants at all. A little bit to the jacket, but it's wool, so you kind of expect it. But not a lot. Brush it and it comes off. So anyways, talk to you again soon. So I just did that short little circuit with the Atlas snowshoes, and surprised actually. I think I am sinking in deeper with the snowshoes than I am with the skis. The dog likes the snowshoes a lot better because it's a wider, deeper trail that I'm cutting for her, so she can just walk right in behind me, no problem. One of the stuff I do like about the snowshoes is I'm able to look more at where I want to go, not where I have to go. And I'm not paying near as much attention to my snowshoes as I was the skis. You know, like, you're always concerned. You got to make sure those ski tips are up and that you're packing down whatever's ahead of you, if it's alders or stuff like that. Whereas the snowshoes, because they're so much closer to your feet, you don't think about that. You just walk, and so that's what I do like about the snowshoes. I think the skis are, even though they're much heavier than the snowshoes, I think they are more efficient. They tire you less, but you know, there's pluses and minuses to both of them. I'm not a skier. I haven't skied in 25 years, so it's a little bit of a different animal for me to throw those on my feet and then try to go downhill with them. Snowshoes are just like walking. So anyways, hope that was some benefit to somebody. I know it was for me. So anyways, take care. Thanks. Good afternoon, this is Jeff from Bear Outdoors. We're just going to finish off this gear review that we started this morning when we did the ski touring for moose sheds, and comparing that with the snowshoes. The idea behind that was to test the gear that I got for Christmas. Like I mentioned before, I had some gift cards I had to burn up through Cabela's, Bass Pro, and then through the Under Armour website. So what I was wearing today was, this is the hoodie I had on. I had a polyester shirt on underneath this, just a shirt from one of our gyms, and then I had this on. It's a Icon with Storm technology. It's in a double XL. I'm 6'2", 240 to 250. I have a hard time finding things that fit me in the shoulders and the arms, and so I ordered this at 2XL. It's a little bit big in the body, but the sleeves are good. So the shoulders are a little narrow. You can see the shoulder seams are here. My shoulders actually end over here. So whether that's the way it was designed or that's just the way it fits me, I don't know. It seems to be the same with this jacket as well. So yeah, it worked out well. It's got this is the Forest Camel. It's white on the inside. It's really soft fleece. It's really nice. It doesn't make any noise. It's very quiet. It's shiny, which I'm kind of on the fence whether I like the shine or not. Maybe if it gets washed a little bit, it'll dull down a bit. But in reality, the dark timber that I'm going to be hunting, I don't think there's going to be enough light to reflect it. I had the pants on. These are the early season pants. Like I mentioned before, it was -6 today. And but the way I hunt and the way I shed hunt and that sort of thing, I'm moving, I'm not sitting. So early season pant with you can either put a base layer on or don't have a base layer on, depending on the temperature. And these were more than warm enough for me today. If I was sitting in a tree stand, probably not. But I had the Sitka core base layers on, and these pants, and I wouldn't have wanted to wear any more than that, and I probably could have gone without the base layers, the amount I was moving today. I didn't sweat on my legs. I did pick up some sweat around the back of the waistband from where my backpack was, but other than that, the snow didn't stick to them. I fell a couple of times with those skis on, and no snow stuck to them, so that was great. No, really happy with these pants. I bought these in a 38. The Under Armour website is kind of cool. If you go to it, it's got a couple of little questions you can fill out, and it'll size the gear to you. It said I was an XL, or no, it said I was a 38, 32. I bought a 38, 32, and in actuality, there's actually probably a little bit, because they stretch so much. I got a little bit extra room in the waist than I'm used to having, so it's not bad. I will need to wear a belt with these. They did start to creep down with the backpack, pushing your pants down at the back. I did not have a belt today. So yeah, no, the Under Armour website, their sizing for the pants was bang on. Now they said I was going to be an XL for the shirt or the jacket too, which I know better, because same thing that I have with everything else. I have to always order things in a 2XL just so I can get the arm and the shoulder width, and everything ends up being too big in the body. So this is the mid-season wool Threadborne jacket. There's a couple different models. In all honesty, the Under Armour website is a little confusing. Not the website, but the product lines are a little confusing with the O3s and the 13s and the Ridge Reapers and the cold gear, and then you see jackets that are kind of explained the same, but they got one pocket on one side and not on the other, and it's a little bit confusing to kind of figure out what you're buying. And I didn't see a lot of reviews on anything, so that's why I'm doing this one now. There was a couple of trade show things where they were showing the gear, but nothing really in depth. I didn't know what you were buying. It's quiet. It's really quiet. This jacket is like a technical type jacket that you would find, like any of those guide jackets, polyester guide jackets that you would get, except it's got wool in it. So you open it up, and the same polyester lining that's on the inside of all your, I got a Patagonia guide jacket and all those other technical jackets. That's basically what this jacket is, but with wool. It stretches a little bit. It doesn't have a ton of stretch. It stretches. But with me, because of my shoulder width and arm length, it's a little bit tight across the back, which if Under Armour is listening to this, a pleat or something across the back to help open the back up when you stretch forward would be not a bad idea. But it is, look how much that stretches. It doesn't feel like it stretches that much when it's on your back, and maybe that's because of all the extra paneling that they have. Like there's reinforcements on all across the shoulders. Really well built jacket. Yeah, I can't complain. This it fits me well. I can layer underneath it. It's a little bit tight in the shoulders, but I think it's gonna kind of loosen up as it, that was straight out of the box. So I really like this jacket. I actually, so much in fact, that I went, once I seen the jacket, I went online and found the pants, which was no easy feat, because the only pants that they had that matched this jacket were in Realtree camo, and they didn't have anything in the forest camo to match these. So I was able to find something on eBay. Guy had a pair, new with tags, and it was in my size, and it was a screaming deal, so I bought them just because I like these so much. It's so nice and it's so quiet. Today the snow would, I wouldn't say stick to it, but it would stay on it, but you brush it off, it would go away. The water droplets would just sit on top of it. You brush them, they go away. Nothing seemed to absorb into this jacket. It was passing vapor. If I looked really closely at the wool fibers, I could see that they had fog, like a mist on them from my body heat coming through the jacket. So it did breathe, but it didn't let nothing breathes. Nothing breathes as fast as you can sweat. But it was breathing, and it didn't let any moisture in, and it's dry. Yeah, no, super happy with this jacket. I wanted to leave it on all day and sweat through it and get a good feel for it. And with my backpack on, and I didn't notice the little bit of tightness in the shoulders. I can put this jacket on, and you can see what I'm talking about. But because I have the wide shoulders, I do get a little bit of a rise up on the cuffs when I bring my arms up. So that's just but but you can also see where the shoulder seam stops and my shoulders still go out to here, right? So I still got a couple inches on either side. Well, it's cut that way, I don't know. I've had a lot worse. But body's a little bit big. So if I could have got this with, you know, the monkey arms and the gorilla shoulders with a little less volume in the body, but buying stuff online is always a risk for me. Under Armour had that the new free returns policy, and I thought, well, give it a shot. But because I know better, I did order the 2XL, and it paid off for me, even though they recommended the XL. But no, it works good. Very happy with it, and I think we've pretty much covered everything that these things here. This is back to the pants. They have zippers for the cargo pockets. I'm not sure if everybody knew about that or not. They've got zippers. They kind of expand a little bit. They got a little bit of a gusset at the bottom. They expand a bit. They're not like your traditional cargo pocket with large amounts of volume in them. You got one on each side. They both expand at the bottom a tiny bit, but mostly they're fairly sleek pockets. It's got one pocket on the back that's zippered. Same thing. It has a gusset at the bottom where it can expand open. The other one has nothing, which is confusing. If anybody from Under Armour is watching this video, maybe you can tell us why. It doesn't have a button, it doesn't have Velcro, it doesn't have a zipper, it has nothing. And so I don't know what that pocket is for. I certainly wouldn't want to put anything in there that I didn't care if I lost or not. But that's the way it is. And these pants also have a little bit of a flare. They're nice in the legs. There's not too much fabric, and it's not enough fabric, so it's good until you get to about the knee, and then it flares to a fairly generous boot cut. Or that's what it looks like when it's on me, anyways. They look like they're a fairly straight leg, but you know, as your quads taper down and then the pant keeps going, it does look like a fairly significant boot cut while you're wearing them. I wear gaiters most of the time, so it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, they do have a nice reinforced cuff on the back of the pant there as well. It's got a button and a zipper, and the belt loops are a webbing, and everything looks good. Yeah, super happy. And when I get those, so what I have coming is I have the match to this jacket, which is that wool, the Threadborne wool mid-season pant in the same Camel pattern. And I have a Threadborne short sleeve shirt, Threadborne long sleeve shirt, the 2.0 cap, and the Storm beanie, all coming. So when all that stuff shows up, if anybody's interested in seeing it, comment below, and we'll do another review on the Under Armour gear here. Thanks very much.